Thank you very much for giving me a chance to do the reverse and have an opportunity to interview you about the Invisible Marketer podcast.
Thank you so much, Tony. It is honestly a pleasure. I really enjoyed you coming on my podcast and sitting down and just being able to share your message. I'm really thankful that you allowed me to come and sit down with you as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Just give your listeners just a little bit of background about you personally.
If you don't know me, my name is Kalina. I am a huge introvert. I've been an introvert for so many years. My journey really of being able to start the podcast started with that. I was so shy. I didn't want to be on camera. It took me forever to get over that. But now that I have a passion to help introverts be able to get out there, share their message, discover their unique talents, and be able to network with the right people to be able to get their message out there.
That is incredible. As you built up this courage, what were some of the other people mentors that you were looking at to perhaps encourage you to do this work?
I've had over 20 years of following various different people throughout my whole journey. But my breakthrough really came when I met my mentor, Doug. In the last 6 months, just going through his program step by step and being able to start putting myself out there, having a community behind me and being able to support me, it just gave me that courage to go out and just start hosting, start taking action imperfectly. Definitely wasn't the best at first. I just kept going.
Doug, of course, we both know him because we're both there in the community. He was a 2 comma award winner, and also he won the dream car. He developed his own company, his own product line, and its own community. That's where you and I met there in the community.
One thing I'll say about Doug is I related to him so much because he started out with affiliate marketing. He was brand new. The way that he was able to go out there and just offer help to people and attract his audience that he could help the most. That was one of the things that really attracted me to him and what he teaches.
He said you wanted to help other introverted business entrepreneurs who are just introverted by their personality, nature, who've always been that way, who've always been shy, etc. in the background. So you want to help them get their message out into the world, be it podcasting, right?
I have my own community. Inside that community, I am documenting everything that I can. And as far as what I've learned as an introvert, we want to create as less content as we can and have the biggest impact, right? I have that passion to help others. And the only way I'm going to be able to help them, in my opinion, is to get out there and get my voice heard. Sometimes if that has to be video, then it has to be video. What I'm trying to come up with right now is the process that limits the amount that has a huge impact, just as much as if you had done it every day, all the time, everywhere. I'm in the process of developing strategies to help you streamline those processes so that if you did have to take an hour a week just to sit down and do that video content, you can do that and it not be so overwhelming as it would be if you had to do it every day.
Wow. And through the process, you are developing your own course that then you'll be able to help other introverts follow the same process to be able to give them the confidence, the courage to slowly approach and get on the camera like you are right now. I also seem to recall that during this journey, in addition to podcasts, that started a YouTube channel. Did I
Yes.
hear that correctly?
Yeah, so it's been a dream of mine for many years, since the beginning. I've always wanted to start a YouTube channel. I bought a $2,000 course on how to start a YouTube channel, but I didn't have that confidence. And I was just so intimidated by YouTube. A little over a week ago, I started putting my podcast on there. And then I was like, you know what? Let's go a little bit further. Let's put my reels on there. Let's put micro interviews on there. And it's baby steps. It don't have to be all at once. Podcast is just audio and it has your cover image. So you can start with that. And I'm getting views on those. And I took the baby step of let's do the reels from the interviews. And then let's do a micro interview that's a shorter version of the actual podcast. And let's put it on there. So just taking those baby steps, I hit over 1,000 views in a week. It's amazing that I'm finally there to where I feel like I'm not scared anymore. I don't care what people think as far as I'm going to go get my message out there. I know there's people out there that I can help, and I'm not letting that fear of judgment and imposter syndrome and fear of failing stop me from going out there and sharing and helping people.
That's incredible. You've done great moves from where you were to where you are now here in relatively about 6 months. That's been fantastic. Absolute applaud and encouragement.
We started the first 30 days of January posting on Facebook a written post every day. And that is what I suggest people start with. If you can't get on video and you're an introvert, just get out there and post something every single day for 30 days, just written content, and take baby steps from there. If you were like me, I used to get panic attacks even thinking about being on video or camera recording and sending it out to people. I honestly never took pictures of myself because it was a phobia for me. Even selfies. Until a year and a half ago, I never would take pictures of myself. I would always take pictures of my kids, but not me. Being more confident in myself, I started taking pictures of myself. I guess it started way back then because I got used to being on camera by taking selfies of myself. Even going to TikTok and doing those funny filters that make you look beautiful. If that helps you get more self-confident in yourself, then do that. And just look at yourself and just admire that you are beautiful. It goes deeper than just being on camera. It's being confident in who you are and your abilities.
But one thing I've noticed is that, as I said on my interview, and I know it's true for both of us, even though our personality is more introverted and more shy, when we are very focused and very passionate about a specific topic, that the introversion just goes away and it just comes right through. In the last couple of minutes, I can absolutely see it in you. You just radiated it, came right through your voice and everything. That's the other tip that we can pass on to other introverts. When you are a subject and you want to share your message, then all that shyness just totally goes away completely, doesn't it?
Absolutely. The thing that I'm going to be teaching and have taught is to discover who you are, who you want to help, and discover what message you want to tell them. With Doug, that's what he gave me. He helped me to fully figure out who I want to help and the message that I want to help them with. If you know that, then that's when you start overcoming those fears. I try to teach them how to discover their superpower because every one of us has a unique talent or something unique, a unique message that we can share about our experiences. Maybe it's something we've struggled with our whole life. I really teach them to discover that first. That will basically bring out that confidence when you know what you're going to say and you know the struggles and you know their challenges, their goals. That will really help you. So I know that was a major part of me finally just taking that leap and getting out there.
Absolutely. With that, where can people find you?
Well, I do have a website. It's called invisiblemarketer.com. I have my podcasts on there. I have links to my community. It's on school. And I'm taking you through a roadmap of getting unshakable confidence in yourself, in your message, so that you can go out and make an even bigger impact. So I do have that. And then, of course, I have the Invisible Marketer podcast. You can find that on Apple, on YouTube, and then Facebook is where I'm at every day. So if you want to just follow along, follow me on Facebook. I share everything. I share my stats. I'm just sharing my journey there on Facebook. I can look back and you will see the progression in my journey from the beginning. So that's a great place to follow me. Even if you don't want to join the community right now, you can definitely follow my journey and be inspired. I hope to inspire more than anything.
Then I'd like to ask this kind of final kind of question. In terms of Russell Brunson's this concept called your Dream 100, what are your top 100 people that you would like to interview onto your podcast? Could you just share maybe 2 or 3 people that on that list that would be just like, wow.
I would definitely would love to get Doug on there. I'm a little intimidated to ask him, but Maybe one day I will get Doug on there. I know this will never happen. Russell is an introvert, and I've heard so many people say that in person, he's just like me. It's hard as an introvert, but he has impacted thousands and thousands of people in his entire journey. And I would love to just sit down and talk with him about it and just go through that because I know there's gotta be some tips that he could give people that are truly introverts to go out there and start sharing their message.
Okay, so Doug and Russell, any other people much more lower tier, local that you would like to reach out to?
I am a little bit picky because I want people that have truly struggled with that. I think that everyone is just as important as the Dream 100, though, because I know that you can learn from everybody, no matter what status level you are. Even someone that nobody knows them would be just as great as having one of my top 100s for me, because I feel like everybody has a message that can help if you're an introvert and you've overcame that and achieved something great.
I think that's absolutely fabulous. I think that you will interview Russell one day. I think Doug will be very happy to come on to your podcast. So with
You
that,
know, actually, just real quick, there is one person, his fiance, because she's a huge introvert. I would love to have her perspective on everything because she is a huge introvert and she does a lot of the business tasks and stuff. She's been out of the limelight, but she has achieved greatness.
I
That's a
kinda
good
like
twist
that.
there.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
The woman behind the man.
Yes, he spoke about that before. I would love to have her on there.
With that, I think you should maybe reach out to her.
A little bit more courage, but I will.
Once again, I wanna thank you so much for doing this podcast with me. It's just been fabulous. And with that, hope everybody has a wonderful day and gets in contact with her on her Invisible Marketer podcast and sign up and subscribe.